Hello everyone, I will share with you the Olympus Pact protocol platform. Olympus Pact was created by the core members of Olympus DAO. Based on 3 years of in-depth experience and structural reflection, it has made comprehensive optimization and iteration upgrades on the basis of the original protocol. It has also been jointly created and launched by an international professional operation team. It is positioned to create an on-chain financial operating system, which aims to reconstruct the DEFI ecosystem. Olympus Pact is a decentralized financial system built on a multi-chain architecture and 7 modular protocols. It is no longer a single protocol in traditional DeFi, but a complete on-chain economic system based on signing and sovereignty, with sovereign pledge community contributions and asset support as the core. It truly reconstructs the on-chain financial order. Olympus Pact protocol is a very mature and repeatedly verified successful protocol. For example, OHM was launched on March 12, 2021 with an IDO of $4. The highest coin price was 3209 U. The coin price fell by 98.12%, but it was still profitable. The peak of the treasury reached about $4.3 billion. It has been running for 4 years. More than 4 years have witnessed the success of the protocol's perpetual economic model. The Olympus underlying economic model is known as the private Federal Reserve mechanism. To better understand the operating logic of this model, we first need to understand the 3 basic businesses of the Federal Reserve. 1. Interest rate adjustment. In the protocol, it corresponds to the user's pledge APY yield. 2. Bond issuance. It corresponds to the liquidity bonds and reserve bonds in the protocol. 3. Printing money. In the protocol, it corresponds to coinage. In the entire protocol, it solves the pain points of traditional DeFi. The sharp rise and fall of the coin price leads to the problem of insufficient LP liquidity. Usually, users participate in DeFi projects. First, users go to swap to buy coins. Then participate in staking. Suppose the current coin price suddenly rises from 80 U to 100 U, which is equivalent to a 25% increase. This increase is normal in traditional DeFi products, but in this protocol, this increase is called an irrational surge. When an irrational surge occurs, the protocol will trigger the liquidity bond contract, which will launch discount coins, and the discount prices of bonds vary. Assume that the current discount price is 20% off. Compared with the current market price of 100 U, the bond price is equivalent to 80 U per piece. Assume that you participate in 10,000 U. You go to swap to buy coins. You can only buy 100 coins. If you buy a 20% discount coin, you can get 125 coins. However, these 125 coins are linearly released to you over 5 days. The funds used by users to purchase bonds will be 50% of U plus 50% through smart contracts. U equivalent coins automatically form LP and enter the pot, as more and more people buy bonds. At this time, the LP's pool will become thicker and thicker. LP's authority can never be withdrawn. The management right is restricted to the treasury. When the coin price rises irrationally, some users will consider selling and cashing out. Once selling and cashing out will cause the coin price to fall. At this time, bonds are launched. The funds used by users to buy bonds will all automatically form LP and enter the pot to increase the thickness of the pot. It is equivalent to alleviating or taking over the selling pressure. When the launch of liquid bonds still cannot suppress the irrational rise in coin prices. At this time, the reserve bond contract will be triggered. Discount coins will also be launched. For example, assuming that the bond is 20% off, that is, 80 U coins. Users buy bonds with 10,000 U. The funds used to buy bonds will generate RFV risk-free value assets and enter the treasury. Mint according to the $1:1 and mint 10,000 coins, of which 125 coins are settled to users. Release linearly through 5 days. The remaining 9,875 coins are used as dynamic and static rewards. Price drop bonds stop discounting. No new tokens inflation period. Bonds sold increase treasury reserves. Market value pressure increases demand. Olympus Pact underlying economic model. It is a sophisticated automatic adjustment mechanism. Aims to balance supply and demand and curb uncontrolled market fluctuations. Therefore, the decline has a bottom and the rise is boundless. Therefore, the underlying logic of Olympus Pact protocol is also known as the perpetual flywheel economic model. The operation of the entire protocol is automatically executed through more than 100 sets of smart contracts. And all contracts will be audited by CK. Participation method. Static sovereign pledge local currency in and out. Income return income initial balance value is about 0.6%. Changes with the pledge rate of the entire network in 12 hours. Minimum pledge threshold 0.1 phi. Smart compound interest rollover interest 1,000 pieces. After 12 hours, the local currency plus income equals 1,006 pieces. 106 coins after 12 hours, the local currency plus the income equals 1,012.036 coins. The monthly rate is 30% to 43% by analogy, 5 to 8.6 times in half a year, 30 to 79 times in a year. Income is released linearly according to 15 days and 180 days. The income release system purchases BNB to accelerate the release of balanced market value. Choose 180 days to contribute 0, choose 150 days to contribute 5%, choose 100 days to contribute 10% of the profit, 20% of profit in 45 days, 25% of profit in 15 days. Dynamic 5x cycle mechanism promotion. 1. Get 10% of direct push pledge rate multiple income every day. 2. Get 3% reward for direct promotion of bond sales. Requires own account to hold PHI equivalent to 1,000 U and 3% reward. 5-day restricted release. 3. Team income. Calculation formula is as follows. Community energy points divided by total network energy points, multiplied by daily rebase total, multiplied by 80% multiplied by weight coefficient. Weight coefficient. Data as follows. Personal pledge value. 1 U weight coefficient is 0.9. Pledge 1000 U weight coefficient is 0.91. Pledge 2000 U weight coefficient is 0.92. Pledge 4000 U weight coefficient is 0.94. Pledge 6000 U weight coefficient is 0.96. Pledge 8000 U weight coefficient is 0.98. Pledge 10,000 U weight coefficient is 1. The above is my explanation of Olympus Pact protocol. Thank you everyone.